Hello there people, this is Mr. Critic and you're watching my Let's Replay of Panzer General. So it's part 3. Um, yeah, before I continue, now I finally understand what is wrong with the videos of Panzer course. Sometimes, and I still do not know the reason, the sound crashes and then the computer, I don't know why, thinks that should only like publish 3 or 4 minutes of the video that is actually like 50 minutes long or longer. But now that I know what the reason is, I will probably use the same tactics that I did in the last published LP, and just cut the part that didn't work well away from the rest. But the problem is that then we will have to repeat well, the things we already did. So I'm working on it. However, now for the Panzer General. Yeah, guys, I read your comments. Please, it's not a competition, who told me first about the air transport here in Warsaw. Somebody told me it was a couple of years ago actually, so I'm not sure who did, but you did, and I learned something new. That's the point. What I'm always trying to say is always there is room for improvement. But yeah, both of you, dear Yip and dear Robert, you both helped me a lot with your comments in the past, so please get along, guys. Okay, but now this is actually now I was off-screening, of course. X is turn 13 with 8 turns remaining, which means that since we have won on turn 5, and I actually then load the game from the beginning of turn 5, since didn't want to take over, well, the victory objectives. I had like 9 turns to pound the newly purchased allied units, and perhaps this part is even as important as how to play the game while you are advancing and everything. So you want a good result. I'm not talking only about off-screening. If you're playing at home, when you're done, when you know that you have won, just pull all the units away at least one hex. At least one hex from the victory objectives. I did that, and if you can take a look at the casualties, you can see that the enemy purchased like 8-10 new units, infantries, tanks, everything, and then we had, like I said, 8-9 turns to pound them with our Luftwaffe and of course our ground units. So now we have a result. All of our, well, this is a newly purchased fighter, but all of our Luftwaffe units have 1 star or more of experience, and also most of our ground units. Exception is this inf, this tank, and of course this artillery, but this artillery we will now disband. We do not need it, and I don't want to bring it to Norway. So here we go, and of course now we will take over the last victory objective and take a major victory. Like I said, this fighter was purchased, I believe, a turn ago, since as you can see we now only have 50 of prestige. Now we will win. The weather was surprisingly good, with the exception of these 2 turns in the end. So here we are, Axis major victory. Well, suppose we can review the battlefield one more time. So casualties, read them. And of course this is now our map, and it's time to proceed to Norway. Let us now well, done looking. Yeah, yes, let us save. So it's no longer Warsaw of 1 or Warsaw of 2, but it's now Norway 001 Norva. Okay, Norva is also good. So yeah, general staff is impressed, and we start with Norway. Here I believe I'm going for 3 fighters, since 3 we already have. I want to have 6 and 1 tactical bomber, since we have 3 tactical bombers and we want 4. First we'll upgrade all of our tanks before we do anything else. So now Panzer 4D will be our main battle tank until Kiev. What's the good thing about this tank? What are the bad things? Well, it has excellent soft attack and hard attack value, 11 and 8, but initiative only of 5, as you can see, compared to otherwise weaker tanks, initiative of 7. So once we are in Russia and we are facing T-34s, KB-1s, then we will be in some serious shit, especially when the weather turns for the worse. It is also kind of bad in France and Britain, since we are facing, heavy French tanks and also Matilda IIs, but during France and the Battle of Britain, weather is usually, well, fair and dry. So yeah, but enough. As for other units, we will not upgrade anything. Again, we will leave our infantries without transports. We have 2 imps with transports and we'll place them here and here so they can take over the city of Stavanger. Whoa, easy, MrKritik. Take a look at the map. Air map, ground and naval map. Okay, and like I said, now we'll place 2 imps. Let's discuss more about deployment later. No, not upgrade. One goes here, the other one goes here. I have seen while watching the video of God is bullshit, don't you see? He placed one here. Well, why not? But I prefer to place both imps here, since they can disembark immediately. I'm not saying that this approach is better, I just feel better, to disembark immediately. As for the rest of the units, we have 5 more infantries. One of them is still, very low on experience. On the other hand, one already has 2 stars, and this with 2 stars will place here, so it will deal with the bunker and also then with the city of Oslo and everything. Yeah, here we'll place 2 more, one here, the other one here, so they will be able to disembark close to the city of Arendal. One will take it over, then if necessary assist with the city of Kristiansand, otherwise we'll go north. And 2 more imps. Well, this one really needs experience, so probably here and another one here, so we'll have 3 imps in the area. No, we only need 2. No, actually, sorry, we need 3. One will take over this non-victory objective. Okay, here we go, and here we go again. Now for something you have seen, well, a couple of times. The tanks we will place in the north. One with a lot of experience here. The other one here. Why are we doing this? Because, well, we will take over the city of Alesund, and also we will advance, well, towards the city of Ardasnes. And these 2 tanks already have plenty of experience. As for the rest, here, and the last one here. Why is this good? Well, This means that our least experienced tank will reach Trondheim first and get some more experience. Always good. As for the airplanes, we have 6 of them. And of course, again, kamikaze tactics. After watching God is Bullshit, Don't You See, now I firmly believe that this is actually the best tactics. Not that risky also, unless of course we are facing some bad weather, but well, he did. I want to say that I especially admired his LP when he was struggling through Norway, because he had some extremely bad luck with the weather. But in the end, his tenacity paid off. Let us hope we'll have some better luck with weather, since when it's raining and muddy, well, no matter how good you are, you know, it's a shitty situation and it's difficult to win in Norway, especially with the major victory, and also, you know, to really get plenty of experience for your air units. This is why I actually choose to use air units while off-screening in Warsaw a lot, since the weather allowed it. Now we have 4 more core units available, so like I said, we will probably go for 3 fighters and 1 tactical bomber. But before we do anything else, I want to save. So it's Norway. This time I actually wrote it correctly, 002. Before we do anything else, I want to cheat for just a bit, just for you guys. This is what we are facing as far as ground and naval units are concerned. Here you have the main body of the Royal Navy, and this is actually the only thing, with the exception of course of the weather, that, you know, pose a serious difficulty, a serious problem when you're fighting, you know, to take over Norway. Ground units, well, plenty of victory objectives. You have to take the airfield near the city of Stavanger, then also Oslo, Lillehammer, and then Trondheim, and in the end the last one to take over is Namsos. And like I said, our Kriegsmarine is really no match for the Royal Navy. Therefore it is very important to bring your air units to the north as soon as possible. Yeah, true, you can also purchase a level bomber, but I don't think it's necessary. It's one of the tactics available, but like I said, I don't... Well, I started using level bombers, you know, in 1942 on the Russian front. Yeah, but like I said, this is a part of a, you know, gameplay, the style you prefer. As for the artilleries, I still believe they are not necessary. Well, but again, you like artilleries, use them. Then use the best ones, like this one. This one is the best actually. And you can keep it till the end of the war. True, they come in a transport, but if you use it, well, has a lot of ammo and good range. So if you're going for a self-propelled one, don't upgrade anything to self-propelled unless until you have Hummels, you know. Before that, self-propelled artilleries just suck, and they're way too slow and very low on ammo and everything. But like I said, I don't like artilleries. Okay, before I begin, I will take a little pause, be right back, and then the party will start. Yo, I'm back. So, here we are in the north. Before I begin, actually, thank you my new subscribers, I appreciate your attention, and also a new female subscriber. I'm not sure that I know who you are, but welcome. Is it my voice? Tell me. Okay, no problem, now we begin. Let us first park in the city of Alesund. Bring this tank closer. And also these 3 tanks, so we will disembark on this, and this hex. So here we are. So we are keeping well away. Whoa. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. But we are keeping well away, you know, from the Royal Navy, which is important. Otherwise, we can just get our butts kicked and, you know, not good. As for the subs, as you already know, we will retreat them. Now again, subs are the key. And I'm not sure if we understood each other correctly. I didn't say anytime, you know, that you should attack cruisers first. No, 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 no. Destroyers and T-boats. Because after the destroyers and T-boats are gone, well, the enemy has nothing to use against your subs. Well, tactical bombers, but, you know, we will gain air superiority pretty quickly. So, like I said, attack the destroyers when possible. Very important. Now we'll scout. Who do we use for scouting? I'm guessing a fighter. We know that there are 3 infantries here and also some ships here, so let us actually scout with our least experienced fighter. You'll see why. Okay. And now we have plenty of targets available, so let us attack the infantries. Okay, here. You know, the idea actually is, this is why I used the least experienced fighter for scouting. The idea is to, I don't know, to engage the enemy, especially I'm talking about naval units, to engage the enemy with your best fighters immediately. Lovely. Now let us attack this T-boat, see what happens. Says 0-1. Firing at the same time. Good. And now I think that this is it. Really don't have more targets? Okay, we don't. So we'll fly here. So on the next turn, providing the weather is still fine, we will deal with the rest of the imps and make room for our tanks. Here we will also retreat, of course. Light cruiser, destroyer, destroyer, and sub. So our Kriegsmarine is in full retreat, and it's supposed to be, since we do not want to risk anything. Now we'll scout with our destroyer near the city of Stavanger. This is it. We see a T-boat. First we'll attack it with our heavy cruiser. This really didn't go well. So now for our 2 destroyers. We will not attack the T-boat, but we will attack an imp. Starting with this one that has actually an entrenchment of 2. Seven suppressed, excellent, and now we box this T-boat in, so it cannot escape. Now we'll disembark our 2 infantries with transports. Okay, here we'll bring our infantry, the most experienced one, to this hex, so we can disembark on the river hex on the next turn. And there is a fort here, as you all know it. So here we go. Destroyer, heavy cruiser and battleship. So first we'll attack with our heavy cruiser and our battleship, and then we'll bring also our destroyer closer. Bam. It didn't go our way. We'll attack again. Come on, do some damage. No. For the destroyer now. Finally some damage. And now for our remaining two infantries in the transports, in the naval transports of course, or sea transports if you prefer. One can go here to disembark near the non-victory objective of Halden, again preventing the enemy from purchasing new units, even though this is unlikely still. And the other one can come here. These two units, however, one will go here and the other one here. As for the paratroopers, I don't want to risk them, so we'll just send them where? Well, just east, as far east as possible. And of course they are on the way towards the most northern or northeastern part of the map, if you prefer, to take over the non-victory objectives of Narvik, Harstad, Bjerkvik, Bodo, Mo i Rana, etc, etc. So now what can we purchase? We can purchase some fighters, and we will. So here we go. One fighter here, the other one here, and we'll purchase yet another one here. The tactical bomber will wait for a while longer, you know, since we have well, we do not hold any useful airfield at the moment, so two fighters will fly against one Norwegian fighter which is hiding here. One will fly here to the west, and then when we hold an airfield, either this one near Oslo, or actually this victory one near Stavanger, we'll purchase a tactical bomber, not before. Okay. So let us now save. It's Norway. Let us now correct this. No disrespect to Norway. Norway 003. Weather fair dry. Let us give the enemy its turn and see what happens. Ouch. But we have fired first. Good. And did some damage. Even better. Also received some minor damage. This is what I don't like. This first turn, when the enemy can actually attack our sea transports because all of our air units are in the north. Please survive this. Firing at the same time, good. Yeah, fair result. So it's Axis turn 2. Weather is fair and dry. Let us save Norway on Norway 004 and take a look at the map. So these are air units. What can we see? We see one Norwegian fighter here, the other one here. nothing in the north. I know from playing this game like, you know, a gazillion times that there are actually 2 tactical British bombers and 2 British fighters somewhere in the area. Where exactly are they? I'm not sure. But there is only one unit that, well, we need to fear somewhat. It's Spitfire. Now, of course, our fighters have the edge in experience, so we will probably take it out. Still, it's a good unit. And before, of course, I continue, not to study the battlefield, but I just need a little break. I got used to it, so sorry guys. Be right back. Yo, we are back. So this is our map. One thing I tell quite often, and I think still not often enough. Now I'm not talking about Gati's bullshit, don't you see? He's doing a good job. Could improve on some things, but I was watching some other LPers. Please, if possible, always do the obvious first and the non-risky things first. Why? Let me give you an example. I have a feeling, you know, because of days and hours I spent playing this game, that at least some of the British airplanes have entered this area. But if you do not disembark your units first, you'll miss them. You will not find them. Now, I may be wrong this time, true, but otherwise, you know, disembark your units first. This is like an obvious and totally not dangerous thing to do. As you see, Hurricane. And where there is a Hurricane, there is also a tactical bomber. Where exactly, I'm not sure, but usually the Hurricane is accompanying tactical bomber. Now the problem is that it is probably either here or here. Yeah. And that's not good. Okay, before we do anything else, I have to think about how to find where the tactical bomber is without sending one of our units, you know, to die. Let us go now to the southwest. First, again, we will shell, bombard this T-boat, try to destroy it. Lovely, and we'll stay put. Now we'll destroy this T-boat and place our destroyer here. Why? So it will be out of the way for this fighter. So the fighter will have to move to attack it again. So, okay, here we go. Very nice. Like I said, we park here. Now we have 2 more destroyers. You will attack this inf. Okay, no damage. And you will attack this one. And now our imps will come closer. First this one, and now this one. So on the next turn we are in a position to attack these 2 imps, and with the support of our navy, we'll be able to defeat them, I think. So here we go again. We disembark first. Spotting of 2, we actually see that the city of Arendal is empty. And more disembarking, and now we disembark, place our inf on a river hex, Well, we don't see much more than we did before, still. This imp also out of a sea transport, now it is much less vulnerable to this fighter, and this imp as well. And now what happened? We have free access to this airfield. And yeah, I cannot pretend I do not know this, there is an air defense here. So we'll try to get rid of it as soon as possible, since it does pose a threat to our newly purchased fighters. So here we go. Attack. Okay. We cannot, come really close. Still, I want to have these two units near enough to deal with the city of Hønefoss if it is suddenly occupied by an enemy unit. So again we'll attack this air defense and move a little bit closer. And for the last time with our battleship, and we'll move here. Wow, lovely. No more air defense in the area. And now we have 3 fighters to deal with this Norwegian fighter. Let us hope that the battle will go our way. Initiative of 4 versus initiative of 5, and we are both actually pretty much without experience, so this, kind of risky. Sometimes it doesn't go well. Let us hope this time it will. Come on. Yes, we have fired first. I still cannot forget the bad luck we had, in Warsaw when attacking a Polish fighter. I think it was a biplane and initiative of 3, and still we suffered some pretty serious casualties, with our fighters. So yeah, much better this time. Come on. Either we will finish it off, or at least we will box it in, which is also something that my dear friend and co-LPR got his bullshit, don't you see, knows how to handle really well. He is good at boxing in the enemy units, which is important, especially for air units, if you want, to prevent them from escaping. Now this fighter will fly here to deal with the Norwegian fighter. And, of course, also to scout a little bit. Just to make sure, since a T-boat is stationed in the port of Kristiansand at the beginning of this scenario, and now we will see if it has left the port. No, it's probably still in. Unless, of course, it's hiding here, but this is highly unlikely. Now for our paratroopers, we'll send them north. Along the Swedish border. That's the best thing to do, since Sweden was neutral in World War II, and this means that usually the enemy doesn't look for your forces so close to the border with the neutral country. Okay, now back to the north. Subs still retreating. And now we will have to somehow deal with this hurricane. Yeah, I know. So probably the best way to go is to actually scout with our tactical bombers. So we'll bomb this inf, destroy it, and then fly here. And if we do not have an enemy contact, then here or here. So yeah, here we go. No more inf. So we fly here. Nothing. Here. Again nothing. So 1, 2, 3, 4 here. Yeah. Now we see an enemy tactical bomber, and we also have 2 stars of experience, which is bloody wonderful. So now let us deal with this Hurricane. First we'll attack it with our experienced fighter. And still we are protecting this tactical bomber. So here we go. Some good luck, please. Yes. Well, so. Let us see what happens. Yeah, like I said, so. Now we'll use another of our fighters, again the one with 1 star of experience. And after this attack, if everything goes well, this Hurricane will be destroyed and this tactical bomber will be boxed in. Okay. Oh, firing at the same time. Still, it kind of went our way. So, what do we have here? 2 imps. Now, one way to go here is to actually, you know, send yet another fighter here. But if we do that, then we will have to also attack with tactical bombers and remove them from above these 2 infantries, and we do not want to do this. So instead we will attack this inf, fly over the T-boat, and then also strafe this inf with our inexperienced fighter and stay put. So here we go. Wonderful. And this of course means that this unit will not be able to reinforce. This one will, however, still. I don't think we have, you know, a better choice. So now let us strafe the inf. With some good luck we can actually do some damage. No good luck this time. We bomb this inf and still, of course, stay put, so both of our tactical bombers are protected, since there is a Spitfire in the area. Okay. So what can we do now? Only 4 more naval units to move, and this tactical bomber has a spotting of 3, so we'll stay out of its spotting range and retreat some more, of course. So here we go. Here, and here. We still do not have enough prestige to purchase a tactical bomber, which is good, since we still do not have a useful airfield to place it on. So let us again save. It's Norway 005, and we give the enemy its turn. Oh, casualties so far. So nothing special actually happened so far. We have destroyed 1 infantry, 1 air defense, 2 fighters. Okay, this is important. 2 fighters already gone, and 1 destroyer. This was actually a T-boat near the city of Stavanger. So let us see what happens now. Ooh, this fighter is still bothering us. Please do some damage to it. Nope, no luck this time. Axis turn 3 with 23 turns remaining. Again, we'll save. We'll save often. Of course, not because of any cheating purposes, but I'm having so much problems lately with recording Panzer course and everything. I don't want the same to happen in Panzer General, and if we do not have a saved game, then we'll be in some serious shit. Okay, there is a light cruiser here. Yeah, I see you. Too bad. Okay, but here, around the city of Oslo, I believe, we are in a position to launch a major attack on the enemy forces. First, of course, we'll deal with this fort, then with the infantry guarding the city of Oslo. And no, we still won't be able to take over this airfield, since even if we manage to destroy both of these two units, well, this is the price we are paying for not having ground transports. We cannot reach this airfield just yet, but like I said, no problem. And ooh, here we have an inf actually. Good. Also good for our target practice. So yeah, arrangement of 8. Okay, we'll see what happens. But before we do, of course, guys, time for a little pausey from Mr. Critic. Yeah. And this time I will study the battlefield, since I really want to know how to deal now, especially with things around city of Trondheim, and how to deal with this tactical bomber. So be right back. Yo, I'm back. So I've seen that we are like 40 plus minutes into this video, so one more turn. But before I continue, I just wanted to say, I'm not sure if I have mentioned this before, but I don't like going, to hairdressers, hairstylists. I just shave my head 3 to 4 times a year, and this is it, and today is Wednesday, and I shaved my head on Monday, and no sooner was I finished, suddenly somebody was ringing, the doorbell, and I opened it, still standing in the dark, and it was this volunteer from Amnesty International, and started, sir, I'm spreading the awareness of... Then I turned on the light, and he said, shit, a skinhead. No, he didn't say this, but I read it, in his eyes. He was scared, I told him, no, it's okay, young man, tell me what you're doing here. And then he told me and everything, but only then I realized that actually when I shave my head I tend to look kind of scary for at least a week or two. No, but this is a true story. Doesn't have to do anything with the game, so let us continue. So I have studied the battlefield. Now we see a tactical bomber here, and like I said, we will focus on destroying the Royal Navy, especially destroyers and T-boats. Again, first thing first, we will advance with our tanks to scout and to take over some of the non-victory objectives. So here we are. Do we see anything else that is useful? No, I don't think so. So now we'll attack this tactical bomber and then fly here. So we're in a position to attack this destroyer as well with one of our tactical bombers, most likely. Here we go. Very nice. We fly here. Now, now. This destroyer can be attacked, and we will attack it, most definitely. So, you. Yeah, this happens from time to time still. This is the part of our tactics. The enemy, I believe, has altogether, I think, 6-7 destroyers and 3 T-boats. You can count them, when looking at the beginning of this video. But like I said, once they're gone, nothing can get in the way of our subs destroying the capital ships. So this is the idea in Norway. Okay, so what is protected right now? Yeah, okay. Now we'll bring our inexperienced fighter here to finish off this tactical bomber. At least get some experience. It won't be much, still better than nothing. Well, at least we have fired first, but as you can see, this is only one experience for destroying 2 of the tactical bomber. So what I was telling you and what God is bullshit is telling you right now, if you want to gain experience for your fighters, tag ground units, especially when they're on a river hex or in their soft transports. Also hard transports, but soft usually do not fire back. So here we are, we have 2 more tactical bombers. One can attack this T-boat, then fly here, and this will probably then be it for our tactical bombers. Ouch, that hurt like hell. But at least now, this T-boat is out of ammo, so we can fly here with our tactical bomber. And now we attack this destroyer. Says 01. Hope it will actually go this way. Yeah, not really. But at least all 3 of our tactical bombers are protected, and we are still doing a lot of damage to the infantries guarding the city of Trondheim. We'll stay put. Now we have 2 stars of experience, and on the next turn I am planning to take over this airfield. And as you can see, weather forecast for tomorrow is again fair and dry. So now, even though I'm tempted to go against this light cruiser, it's really not necessary. So first we'll just retreat our subs and wait what to do with our battle group here. Now we go to the city of Stavanger. First we'll use our destroyer to weaken this Norwegian infantry. Lovely. And now we can depart, since we have 2 infantries in the area, and I'm pretty confident that they will be able to take care of the situation. So here we go, attack. Okay, so this imp is gone and we can take over the airfield. But first we'll soften up this imp here. Here we go. Yeah, nothing really happened. Only the entrenchment was lowered. Still, we escape. Now for our imp. Is getting into action. And this imp is gone. Can we now purchase a tactical bomber? Yeah, we can. Very nice. Perhaps we will. First, however, we will move our destroyer and also our heavy cruiser. So now this fighter is left here, well, has still plenty of fuel, but it will have to move, otherwise it will be well, either be destroyed or suddenly be out of fuel. Okay, now for the city of Arendal, let us try to do this the hard way. Says 1-5, no tanks. Perhaps we should soften it up a little bit before we actually attack. Or maybe we should focus on this fort near the city of Oslo. Yeah, this is the first thing we should do. Come on. Firing at the same time. We won. Now we can move here. And now we will, well, you know, it's impossible for us to push this imp out of the city of Oslo and also take it over, since both of our imps, well, spent their entire movement points to just reach this hex. So now we'll just you know, bombard this imp. This is the first attack. Now the second one. Now the third one. Okay. So this time the unit will fire back and actually did some damage. And now we have 3 fighters available. So at least one will first strafe this imp, perhaps even do some damage. Otherwise, no, it's just good scouting. Very nice. Now we take over this non-victory objective, and now we attack this imp in the city of Oslo. Says 2-3. But we have fired first, and we have actually forced this unit to retreat. So now for our fighter, We'll attack the inf again and either destroy it, or at least we'll be in a position, you know, to take over these two objectives, Oslo and the airfield, on the next turn. So here we go. Yeah, we won. Perfect. Okay, an artillery is in the area. So the only way for us to purchase a new tactical bomber and still be able to protect it is to fly our fighter here and attack this Norwegian. No, not here. Not here. We purchase a tactical bomber. Where do we actually place it? If we place it here, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then, oh, sorry, I have to count it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so we can place it here. Now attack this fighter. Where from? I think from here. Come on. We have fired first again. Wonderful. And now, since we have nothing better to do, we'll attack this inf head on. If we force it to retreat, we didn't. Still, not a bad result. After this attack, I think we will either destroy it or really force it to retreat. Yeah, we forced it to retreat, and oh, we still do not have 1 star of experience for this inf of ours. Well, too bad, but it's getting close. So 6 more units to move. 2 paratroopers that will still remain as close to the Swedish border as possible. Yeah. I'm not sure if I dare to risk it, you know, to... You know what? I'm not sure where the Spitfire and the tactical bomber are. So we'll move here and here. Nothing fancy, you know, just staying safe. At least I hope so. As for the naval units, we'll retreat just tiny bit more here, 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 and here. So this was the last unit to move. We saved the game. It says Norway 007. Nothing else to purchase. Well, we have no slots available, but also no prestige. I think it's time to give the enemy its turn. Yeah. Here we go. Overcast. Oh, god damn it. Bad weather kicking in. No problem. Bad weather was expected, and now we have also this light cruiser in our range of our sub, of course, and also our own light cruiser. Ooh, another tactical bomber. I don't see a fighter. at the moment, but you know, why worry about it? We are doing extremely well. Now we will take over the city of Oslo, the airfield, here as well. Well, like I said, we are doing very well. So we save for one last time. I will continue with this LP either tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. Only casualties, of course. So far, 4 infantries, 1 air defense, 1 fort, 2 fighters, 1 tactical bomber, 1 destroyer. Yeah. So, thank you for watching this. All the best from Mr. Critic, and bye bye.